We are going to do the Excel number 2 packet. First thing we do is open the file that we finished with from Excel number 1 packet or handout. I've opened my file. The page number 1 wants you to compare your screen, and to do that you go to File, Print Preview, or Print, and you see your print preview, and you're just looking to make sure everything on page 1 matches. Hit Escape. Then it wants to make sure you've entered a formula in H7 and J7. So we're going to click on Formulas and Show Formula. When you show formulas, it spreads it all out. So you have to use your scroll bar down here to the right. And yes, indeed, we do have formulas. So we can click Show Formulas again, get back to normal view. We have moved to page 2. It would like us to name our worksheet tabs. So it gives you a column with the worksheet tab and then the name to type. So I'm going to double click on sheet 2 and type brick. Double click on CMU. Double click on sheet 3 and type CMU. Sheet 4 should be stucco. Sheet 5 is EFIS. And sheet 6 is cast stone. Be sure to hit enter so that you're not stuck in that tab. Next, they would like us to delete sheet 7, 8, and 9. So we're going to right click on 7. When you get your menu, click on delete. Do the same for 8 and 9. They would like us to go to stone tab. We want to copy everything from this worksheet across the other worksheets. So, and that means everything. That means the content and the formatting. Formatting is the bold, the font size, this gray background fill that we added. All of this needs to be copied to all of the other sheets. In order to select everything, we want to click on the Select All button, and that's up here between the A and the 1. Now we've got the entire worksheet selected. Go to Home and click on Copy, because we are going to copy all of this information. Notice the moving marquee around it all. That's telling us that it'll copy everything inside that marquee. In order to copy it to multiple worksheets, we have to select multiple worksheets. So hold down your Control button, click on Brick, CMU, Stucco, EFIS, Cast Stone. My Control button was held down. Now I can let it go. Notice the tabs are all white. That means they're ready to be filled across. So we want to go to our Home tab, click on Fill, choose Across Worksheets, and we do want to do the contents and the formatting, so we're going to click OK. We are moving to page 4. Some of the headings on the worksheets are different than the stone. So we want to, there's a table on page 4 that shows you which worksheet to go to, which cell to go to, and what to type over. So we're going to go to the Brick tab, click on A9, and type miscellaneous brick from Courtyards, colon. We're going to go to CMU, click in A9, and type exterior veneer, 15 foot. Whoops. Foot is the quotation mark by the enter key. Height from ground. I'm going to go put a little space there. And then we go to Stucco, A9, and type upper eyebrows, /EPS. We want to go to A12 on the same Stucco worksheet and type DAFS at garage CIP /CMU -3 inches EPS with mesh, base, and finish. Move to Cast Stone tab, go to A6 and change it to exterior veneer, and go to A9 and change it to Courtyards. And we have fixed all of our headings for each tab except CMU. CMU only needs building material, exterior veneer, and rental. So we want to delete retaining wall material and the gray fill for that row, that range. So I'm going to select the range A12 through J12. From your home tab, editing group, go to clear all. Move your mouse anywhere, click anywhere in the sheet, and notice that the gray went away, the gray background, and the text. Next thing, we have to group all of these worksheets. Everything we do from here on in should affect all worksheets at the same time. So that we don't have to enter everything on each worksheet, we're going to group them so what we do happens to all of the sheets. So we want to do a right click on the capstone worksheet, and you could do it on any one of the sheets. Right click on one of the sheets and choose select all sheets. You can see that the sheets are grouped by looking up here in the title bar. Notice the word group. Keep an eye on that throughout the rest of this handout. We want all of the sheets grouped. The first thing we want to do is insert rows. Excuse me. We need to insert rows above row 18. We need 4 rows. Instead of inserting one row at a time, select 18 through 21. Hold down your left button, drag it right on the numbers. Then do a right click on any one of those numbers that you just selected and choose insert. You should now have additional rows above supervision, and the picture in the book wants you to look at 16 through 21 should be empty, and it most certainly is. So we are moving to sheet 6. We're still grouped. I'm checking up here. Don't click on another worksheet because that'll ungroup you automatically. If you do that, make sure you group again. We are grouped. We want to start entering titles or headings in cells to align with formulas and functions that we will enter next. So page 6 gives us a list showing us the cell address and the text to enter. So we're going to start with I-18. So I'm going to move over here to I-18 and type rental. Enter and type labor. Enter and type material. Enter and type M and L and R total. We don't want anything in the next cell or the next cell. We go to I-24 and type management. Then we're going over to H and we want to go down to 30. So we want to go to H30, type subtotal, hit enter, type tax, hit enter, type subtotal. Again, this one should have a colon. Type overhead, GM/total with a colon, contingency, bid per square foot, and then per block. Don't worry if it looks like it's typing over, just type and hit enter. It's all doing well. Next, we want see how we have spillover in each one of these columns. It's spilled over to J and spilled over to I. Let's auto fit column H and column I. Double click on the line between the H and the I. Double click on the line between the I and the J. We have now auto fit those nice and neat into the column. I don't know if yours did this or not, but mine's all bold, and we don't want everything that we just typed bold. There are 2 ranges that we do not want bold. If yours are not bold, you will just bold what you need to bold. But I'm going to unbold, so I'm going to select I-18 through I-24. Now I'm going to hold down my control button and select H30 to 31. And you can let go of the control button now. You hold down control to select multiple ranges. And then I'm just going to click on the B to unbold. Now, if yours was not bolded, the next thing that all you would have had to do is select H32 through H38 and select bold for bold. So this is what our sheet should look like. I'm going to go to File, Print. My preview shows me that these are not bold, these are not bold, these are bolded, and everything's entered correctly. And I'm going to hit Escape on the keyboard to get out of my print preview. And next, we're going to talk about functions. Functions in Excel are basically built-in formulas. When you click on a function, the computer gives you the equal signs, which indicates it's going to be a formula. It'll give you the word sum if you want to add or sum a range of cells. There's average. It would give you equals AVG if you wanted to average a range of cells. There's minimize and maximize. That's if you want to see the lowest number in a range of cells or the highest number. So we're going to start by going up here to J18. J18 wants us to enter a sum for the rental cost. So we're going to enter the sum function, all you have to do is go up here and click on auto sum on your home tab. Now, the computer gave us equals sum. Notice the cursor's blinking between parentheses. It's waiting for us to select the range that we want to sum. We want to hold down the left button and select the range H16 through H17. Those will be our rental amounts. And then hit enter. That gives you your solution. You should have 0 because we have not entered any rental data. The labor is also a sum. We want to see the auto sum of. We have to scroll up. Our labor costs are from J7 through the rental costs. So we select from J7 down to J17 and hit enter. And you should get 70,000 because we actually entered some sample data. Our material, we want to do the sum button, auto sum. And we want to go over here and select H7 up through H14. We do not include the rental in the material cost. And then you hit enter and you should get 50,000 because of the sample data that we entered. The M and the L and the R total are the totals of the 3 items above. So you want to click on auto sum and we want to select the 3 items above. Hold down the left button and drag, hit enter. Now it's giving me a funny looking 1E plus 05. You may also see a number signs in that cell. That means the column is not wide enough for you to see 120,000. So it's telling you 1 with 5 zeros. So we want to auto fit column J. So we're going to double click between the J and the K. And you should be able to see the 120 now. So we want to be in J22. We are on page, I kind of got ahead of our pages. We're on page 11 already. We want to be in J22. The supervision or sub-lead total is going to be a formula. And it is the M and L and R total times a particular percentage rate. The percentage rate differs among the worksheets, but we can still enter the formula and later we'll enter the percentage. So we're going to enter equals, click on J21 because we want to take the M and the L and the R total times the asterisk. There's one right above the 9 on your number keypad if you have a keyboard with a number keypad. And then we're going to click on I22 because that's where we're going to put the percentage rate later. Hit enter and we have a 0. And we have a 0 because we have not entered a percentage rate. The WHS management fee is the same thing. We want to type equals, click on the J21, the M and the L and the R total. We're going to multiply again, asterisk. We're going to click on I23 and hit enter. Again, we should have 0 because we have not entered a percentage rate. The management formula is the total of the 2 items above. So let's click on auto sum and it selected what we wanted. Isn't that nice? It says, do you want to sum J22 through J23? And we do. So all we have to do is hit enter and that means yes. Now we just used functions and then we entered formulas by clicking on the cell addresses to get the cell address into the formula. At the end of the paper, at the end here, first of all, I'm checking to make sure I'm grouped. Grouped, yes, check. We are grouped. the last thing we want to do is enter the formulas for these items down here, H30 through H38. We're going to enter those into the J column. But the next, what it does on the paper, it shows you and explains, for instance, page 14 in this table below. It says in J30 you should see the subtotal. The subtotal is the total of the M and the L and the R total plus management total. And then the tax is only your tax or rental total and material cost total times the tax percentage. Eventually we'll put a tax percentage right here in I-31. There isn't one there now, but eventually we'll put one. The next subtotal is your subtotal plus your tax. Your overhead is your subtotal times an overhead percentage rate. So eventually we're going to put an overhead percentage rate in here. We don't put it in now. We'll do it when we get together because every sheet has a different percentage rate. The GM total is your overhead plus your other subtotal, and so forth. So it explains what it is you want to see for these particular headings. We're going to start by flipping to page 15, and instead of using the click where you type equals and click on those cell addresses, we're just going to type the formulas. So in J30, I'm going to type equals. On the top of 15, you'll see the formula that you should type. J21 plus J24. Shift with the equals key as your plus and hit enter. You should get 120,000 because we actually have that sample data. The tax should be equals, and we're going to click on the subtotal. No, we're not. I forgot we're typing. Sorry, guys. Parentheses, J18 plus J20 parentheses times I31. And I31. Notice we put the J18 plus J20 in parentheses because we need that total to be added before we multiply the tax rate. And hit enter. Of course we get 0 because we have not entered a tax rate. The next formula is equals J30 plus J31. Enter. And that's just above to get our subtotal, and it should be the total, 120,000. Our overhead is going to be, let's see, I'm in J33 equals J32 times I33. And that's because there will be a percentage rate in there eventually. Hit enter. You should have 0 because there is not a percentage rate. We are now in J34, so equals J32 plus J33. And hit enter. And it should be 120 because it's adding the 2 above. Contingency is J35 equals J34 times I35, and we hit enter. Bid is going to be J34. Oops, I have to type equals J34 plus J35 and hit enter. I did something wrong. I'm going to start again. So it's equals J34 plus J35. Enter. There we go. It should have 120,000. And then per square feet, we're going to do equals J36 times, divided by, and the square footage is going to be entered into I3. There's nothing in there now, so when you hit enter, you don't get 0. You get this odd looking error. I call it the Devo error. And you get the Devo error when you divide and there's nothing in the cell for dividing. So notice up here, I3 has nothing in it. And again, we will enter it later. And so we get the Devo error. So that's correct. We should have an error there. When we're setting these worksheets up so that all the formulas are the same, notice, I hope you're still grouped, but everything that we've entered Now when we go to each individual worksheet and start entering data, our totals will adjust accordingly according to the data that we enter. And right now, the next thing we have to do is do a print preview and check our screen. Looks like everything's good here. I'm going to hit, you just want to check your page 16 gives you a print preview to look at. Actually, page 15 shows your solutions, and that's what we're looking at. Page 16, I'm going to hit escape to get out of print preview, shows the formulas. So click on formulas, show formulas, and scroll down and over, and look at that. We can see all the formulas that we added, or that we entered all at once. And you can check your formulas if you'd like. And that is it. I'm going to click on show formulas again, and we want to save this file and call it a different name. So we're going to do file, save as. You go to where you save yours. I have an Excel folder, and we're going to call this Excel handout number 2 dash pricing model. And this is a model that we'll use to enter data when we have our session. Click save. Of course, I've already done this, so I'm going to say yes. And we are finished. Thank you.